another shave. This time we're in Monroe, Louisiana, and been here for a couple of days. But on the way to Monroe from down in southern Louisiana, from Lafayette, I got a chance to drive through the state of Mississippi and go to the town of Vicksburg, which was the scene of a historic Civil War battle. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But we're going to do another shave from Louisiana. And today I'm going to be using a vintage Gillette Atra razor. So I brought my Atra. I want to use this again. I'm going to use my shave brush, my Vulfix, and I will be using Gillette shaving cream today. And to top it off, I've got a little bit of Captain's Choice Bay Rum shave balm in one of these cool travel sizes. So let me get set up and we'll get started. All right, well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And it's been a cool trip. I've got to see a lot of cool things on this trip that I have never seen before, but have always wanted to see. Civil War battlefields, alligators, Bourbon Street, a lot of cool things. All right, I'm going to do a face shave with this. So I'm going to put the shave cream right onto the brush, if I can do that. Make sure it's wet a little bit, and let's see if we can get a lather. Oops, see all that? That flew. There we go. There we go. She's lathering now. Fortunately, with that Atra, you don't have to do too many passes. This Badger brush holds a little bit more water than I would like. I'm really used to the boar brushes, but this is a great travel brush to bring. All right, there we go. Now it's getting where I want it. Now it's getting where I want it. You can't go wrong with the Gillette. Great tube, great travel shave soap too, if you want to bring it. A little easier to store and bring than, you know, a big old jar or puck. All right. I set the razor down and it disappeared. There we go. I hope you guys have had a good week. It's been one heck of a vacation for me. Hopefully you're all off work today. For those of you who are working, I hope you're getting double time or time and a half. It's been a while since I've used the Atra. We're going to have about 20 people over here at my wife's uncle and aunt's house for Thanksgiving dinner. Then I have one more day in Louisiana tomorrow, and then back to Orange County, back to California. It's been a really enjoyable getaway. If I was home, I would have been working until yesterday, and today would have been my first day off, so I've kind of had a week off, so it's nice. Now, Vicksburg, when you think of Civil War battlefields, I always thought about this just big open space where you've got the Confederates on one side and you've got the Union Army on the other, and a battlefield that maybe has been preserved historically. But with Vicksburg, the Battle of Vicksburg, what happened is the Union forces surrounded the entire town of Vicksburg. You had the Mississippi River on one side, and General Grant came up with his forces from the east and surrounded the entire town. So for 3 months, they made attempts to take Vicksburg, and they couldn't do it. So basically, they just ended up bombarding them, shelling them, you know, daily, and just cut off their supplies. And eventually, after 3 months, the Union forces surrendered. There were 33,000 Confederate forces defending the town of Vicksburg, and 77,000 Union soldiers surrounding it. So when you think of a battlefield like I had thought of, maybe one field, it wasn't that case. you drove for miles. It's a state by national park now. So you can drive your car through it. And they have a visitor center where you can watch a movie and, reenactments and see what happened. But you can drive your car for miles surrounding the city and see where all of the different Union Army was camped out, and they have all the cannons still there, and where they were just shelling and bombing. So, and they made several attempts to attack, but unsuccessful. The town held out, and since it was uphill, everything was going uphill. It's easy to defend a position when you're on the top of the hill going down. But eventually they just waited them out. They ran out of food and then surrendered. And then the Union forces had control of the Mississippi River, which gave the North a strategic advantage in the war. But like I say, I watch these movies and I watch the History Channel, and I see all of these battles and reenactments, but it's kind of awesome to actually be there and stand there where all of this, where a lot of soldiers lost their lives. And then they have a big cemetery there. I didn't go into the cemetery. We were running out of light. I had to drive another hour or so west to get to Monroe from Vicksburg, cross the Mississippi River, and came to the relative's house. I didn't like driving at night. Especially, it's pitch black out here at night. I mean, you can't, there's no ambient light. But they had what they call an ironclad ship. And I guess the Union forces had these ironclad vessels that would sail up and down the Mississippi River. And they had big cannons on it. And one of them, they said it was torpedoed. But their idea of a torpedo is a mine that is attached to the bottom of the river. And when the ship crosses, it tangles up in the line, and then the mine spins around and hits the side of the ship and blows it up. Well, the USS Cairo was sunk about 16 miles north of Vicksburg in 1862, and for 100 years it was under the river, and then in the 1960s they started bringing it up, and they have it on display here, so you can see the display. In fact, take a look at Vicksburg.
Smells good out here.
Ingat ka, baka
Ay, kaya ko din. Okay yan. Kayo.
Came to watch a shave video and you end up with a National Geographic history tour, huh? They're using soft water here, so no matter how much you rinse, your skin still feels slick. There we go. And I do have to change before dinner. They want me to go into town and pick up some ice. So I'm not going to wear this for Thanksgiving dinner, but I am wearing this to go to Walmart or wherever I'm going. All right, some bay rum. And if you're traveling in an airplane, make sure you put these containers, oh man, my hands are so slick, inside, there we go, inside plastic bags, because this baby exploded. And luckily I had it inside a plastic bag. No burn, but very soothing. And it leaked all over the place. So don't travel and put any sort of liquid in a container that can open up when it's pressurized. And I brought my cool kit with me. I don't think I've showed you it yet. But I did a video of this one a little while ago. And I got my cool range leather kit. And I got all of my shaving and goodies in there. So this came in very handy on the trip. If you get a chance, go to Range Leather, and they really have some good travel kits. I've had that all over the US now, and it really works out good. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Next time I see you, I'll be back in Orange County, and I've even got one video left. I might just dedicate a whole video to it, not a shave, but I got to tour the Tabasco sauce factory in Avery Island, Louisiana, and I got to go in the bottling plant and where they make the Tabasco sauce, where they age the Tabasco sauce, and it was really cool, but it's a long video. So I might do one just video, not a shave video, but just a video dedicated to a tour of that plant. All right, everybody, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time.